Before you say anything, I want you to listen to me for
He
1 minute.
stole my truck, and I busted his with his.
Is he telling the truth?
Case is dismissed.
But you have certain rights.
Oh, wow. I know this.
Is there anything you wish to say? That light was red, and you went right through there. Have a big date or something? You're gonna get this if you keep it up, all right?
This is Court in Providence.
Ariel Castaneda.
Morning. Are the interpreter,
Interpreter, please.
please?
Now, tell him his motor vehicle's been booted. He knows that. Tell him that.
Ya usted sabe que le pusieron la bota, ¿verdad?
Ask him where he lives.
¿Dónde usted vive?
Na Union 584, la Union.
Union,
Where does he live?
Union Avenue.
Union Avenue. All right. He has 13 parking tickets on Union Avenue.
Tiene 13 tickets de parqueo ahí.
They're all overnight parking tickets.
Son todos por parquearse tarde en la noche.
Tell him his car is registered in Indiana.
Y su carro está registrado en Indiana.
Is he planning on registering the car in Rhode Island?
¿Usted planea registrar el carro aquí en Rhode Island?
Lo tengo de venta.
He's selling the car.
Oh, he's selling it?
Yes.
No, he's not going to sell it because it's got a boot on it. Until he gets rid of the boot, he's not selling the car.
Sí, tiene que quitar la bota primero antes de venderlo.
Okay, it's a $100 boot fee, $200 for the tickets. It's a total of $300.
300, se lo dejo. Okay.
Nancy Cepeda, we were bringing in some guests. That's why I wanted to move you. Okay.
Okay. Good morning.
We have some distinguished guests coming into the courtroom. Nancy and Charles, we're going through a red light. Do you want to see it?
Yes.
Why not? Same price.
I made a stop, and I turned right. It
You made a right on red?
well, yes. It said at that time that you can, turn right.
Let's take a
after
look.
making
Let's
a
take a
stop.
look at it. Inspector Quinn, this is summons number 164096. 46928. What's the baby's name?
Jordani.
Cute little guy.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go. This is on Roger Williams and Elmwood Avenue. Lights, please. The light is yellow, it's red. All right, there's a sign right there. Right on red after stop.
Yes.
Lights, please. You didn't stop. Lights. What do you want to tell me?
I was having a bad day that day. That's the
You
day
what?
that I was having a bad day that day. I got discharged from work, so I wasn't really paying a lot of attention to anything.
Now, would you say that to a judge? Not very smart.
I actually think you made an attempt to start. I'm going to charge a $35 court cost.
Okay, thank you.
Elizabeth Moreno.
I'm here on behalf of my daughter, because she works for the post office and she had to go to work.
Okay, your daughter's car has been booted.
Yes, I know, but she lent it to her brother, right? And he works like from 11 to 7 in the morning, and then on weekends he stays with it. And where he lives, there's no parking. There's not even a driveway. There's nothing. So he has to park on the street, and he's only there like 3 days out of the week. Well, from Saturday and Sunday, because he works during the whole week.
Well, I mean, 3 of them are on Virginia Lane.
Yeah, that's where he lives.
He parks in an area where parking is prohibited, but he never paid the ticket, so the car got booted now.
I have to protect the interests of the city as well as take into consideration the personal experience, the personal situation of people. So if parents are going to come in and pay for them, I can tell them, I don't think you're doing your son or daughter any justice. I don't think this is right, but if you're going to accept responsibility, the city will take your money. But you're not doing what's right as a parent.
It's a $100 boot fee and $165 for the tickets. It's $265.
Well, that's better than 4.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Cord Sehab.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. You have a red light violation on Pleasant Valley Parkway and Valley Street. You want to see it?
No, I went online and I've seen it, and I remember very well when I crossed, it was orange, and if I wanted to stop, I would be in the middle of the intersection. So it turned red when I was on the other section, and it says here the yellow time was 3.01 and the red time was 0.30. So I was on the other end when it turned red.
I'm going to take a look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. This is summons number 164096. 42618. Red light violation on Pleasant Valley Parkway and Valley Street on April 26th, 2016. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look at this. The light is green, it's yellow, it's red.
No, it was yellow when I crossed.
Was that her?
Yeah, I'll try to stop it, Judge.
I tried, but I couldn't stop because it was in the middle.
Look, I know you couldn't stop, you're going too fast. Okay.
No, that was
All right,
orange.
what was the time on it, Inspector Quinn? 0.3?
Correct.
All right. Lights, please. The statute provides 0.2. They allow you 0.2. I've been a little lenient on that. I go to 0.3 occasionally, you know. And the circumstances of this is the roadway was completely clear, and for some reason there was no traffic at all. So based on that, I'm going to give you a break on it because I think it was close enough. I noticed you live on in Barrington. You know, I just looked at that, and it brought me back memories. When I was a little kid, we had relatives that lived down in Barrington. But when I was a kid, going to Barrington from Providence was like going cross country, you know. Usually we get 2 flat tires on the way, you know. And we had my grandmother's sister lived there, and they had a big grapevine in the backyard and a big long cement table. And we'd go there on Sundays, and we'd have these marathon dinners, and we'd eat the grapes and the tomatoes from the garden. It's a era gone by. You don't have those. It was 80. You don't have those.
I have a big garden.
You have a big garden?
I do.
Oh, good. We'll come to your house on Sunday from now on.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome. I have everything in my garden.
Every day I learn something new, Judge.
All right.
Thank you.
Next on Caught in Providence.
You're charged with double parking on Pembroke Avenue.
I don't understand about the double parking.
I don't think he understands what
I don't understand what double parking is.
There's much more Caught in Providence ahead. Looking for more Caught in Providence? Catch us on the Facebook, the Twitter, the YouTube, and the Instagram, and tell us what you think. This is Caught in Providence.
Joel Rodriguez. You're charged with double parking on Pembroke Avenue.
I don't understand about the double parking.
Jeez. I don't think he understands what
I
double
don't
parking is.
understand what double parking is.
That means that there was one car parked at the curb and then you were parked next to that car. They could have charged you with obstructing traffic as well. Anyway, it's $30. Mary Morland. Mary, you have one ticket on Elm Grove Avenue, parking in a prohibited area.
Yes.
Is there anything you want to tell me? Speak into the mic, please.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was parked behind a sign that said no parking here to corner. I have a picture of my car behind a sign.
Well, I think they should have charged you with obstructing a driveway, but they didn't. They charged you with parking in a prohibited area. I don't see any sign that prohibits parking on the area. Matter is dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Karen DeSaro. right, approximately 7:30, 8 o'clock last night, according to the police report, you were on Atwells Avenue in Deep Pasquale and causing a commotion. So, as a result, the police came. There's a commotion between you and somebody else. The other person didn't want to press charges, so they charged you with disorderly conduct. If not, you would have been charged with assault. At any rate, how did your client plead?
No contest, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Sauer, you know your rights, you know you have the right to have a lawyer, your lawyer is present, right? All right, you have the presumption of innocence, you know you're presumed to be innocent. Until you plead, you're presumed to be innocent. You have the right to a trial, you know that, right? You have the right to have witnesses testify for you, and you can cross-examine witnesses who testify against you, right? Do you know that?
Yes, I know.
All right, and you know that you have the right against self-incrimination. You don't have to say anything.
Right.
You know that, okay. And knowing all of those, you plead no to this charge.
Yes.
Okay, and the city has made a recommendation of a $50 fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Your Honor.
So your choice is you can either pay a $50 fine or you can say, I plead not guilty, I want to come back and have a trial. You understand that?
I understand, but it's going to be very hard to do.
Wait, I don't understand.
It's going to be hard to do that. In the position I'm in up there, they'll come with their friends and just turn the whole thing around.
Counsel, how does she plead?
I can't say anything. I'm not going to go there ever again. I mean, I wasn't doing really anything wrong there. It's been going on like that for quite a while.
Listen, you're represented by counsel.
Yes,
I want to make sure you understand your rights.
I'm
Right,
afraid.
whatever reasons you have are between you and your counsel, they don't have to be public, okay? So, if you plead guilty, you're going to get a $50 fine. If you plead not guilty, you're going to come back and have a trial. But before you pleaded, I want to make sure you understand your rights, all right? Do you understand everything I just said to you relative to your rights?
Yes, I do, Your Honor, yes.
You do?
I do.
Okay. How does she plead?
No contest.
She pleads no. Okay, on a no plea, the court, on the recommendation of the prosecution, will issue a fine of $50.
Your Honor, would it be possible to have 30 days to pay the fine?
Sure. Yeah, we'll give her 60 days.
Coming up on Court in Providence.
I want to make an observation, sir. I think the city is being very tolerant of you. I think, based on my reading of the police report, I want to commend the police officers who are on duty because they exercise enormous restraint in your case. Enormous restraint.
There's more straight ahead. Now back to the judge and Court in Providence.
Darrell Parker. Was he picked up on a capias? This is complaint number A16157. Charges Mr. Parker with an open container of an alcoholic beverage. Mr. Parker was also before the court for a previous complaint, which is A16148, which charged him with disorderly conduct. He pleaded nolo contendere. He pleaded no and was issued a $50 fine.
Correct.
Okay, on the new charge, what's the recommendation of the prosecution?
Your Honor, the new charge is time served, Your Honor, under a no-low plea. He's been incarcerated for probably about 14 hours.
Morris is charged with an uneventful arrest for being in possession of an open alcoholic container. He's been incarcerated for a few hours, which the court feels is more than enough punishment for that. Accordingly, the matter will be dismissed. Gilbert Green.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Green is charged with disorderly conduct according to the police report on June 15, 2016. At approximately 11:30 at night, while on patrol on Wilson Street, police observed 3 subjects fighting in the street. Female subject was waving around frantically, screaming for help. Male subject, identified as Gilbert Green, continued to fight, striking the female in the face and the male subject in the head. As police approached Gilbert in an attempt to stop the fight, he fled on foot down Wilson Street. A chase ensued through several streets. Gilbert was finally apprehended by Patrolman Lopez on Westfield Street.
When we disturbed the peaceful inhabitants of the city during the wee hours of the morning with, elderly people who are ill, young babies, who are sleeping, and mothers who are working mothers who have to get up in the morning, they wake up the children in the middle of the night. So on many levels, it bothers me.
Police responded back to Wilson Street and Constitution in an attempt to locate the other parties involved in the incident, but were unsuccessful in locating them. As a result, Gilbert was charged with disorderly conduct. Inspector Quinn.
Yes, Your Honor, the city has made an offer of a $100 fine or a trial if he pleads not guilty based on the incident and the past history of the defendant.
Counsel, how does your client plead?
No contest, Your Honor.
Mr. Green,
Yes, sir.
you understand that today is just an arraignment for you to plead either guilty or not guilty. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, and you understand that you have the presumption of innocence.
Yes, I do.
You understand that? You understand you have the right to have a trial.
Yes.
And at that trial, the city must prove each and every allegation beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do, sir.
And you understand that you can present witnesses on your own behalf and cross-examine witnesses who may testify against you. You understand that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right. You also understand that you have the right against self-incrimination.
Yes.
That you don't have to say anything. No one can force you to testify. You understand
Yes,
that?
I understand
All
that.
right. Now, are you willing to give up all of those rights and plead nolo to this charge?
Yes.
Well, don't ask
Yes,
him. I'm
no,
asking
no,
you.
no, I just looked at, yes, sir.
All right. Do you understand you're giving up all of those rights?
Yes, I
Plead
do
nolo to
understand.
this charge, right? And you understand that nolo means that you admit all of the essential elements of the offense, right? Nolo is the equivalent of guilty.
Right. Yes.
You understand
Your Honor.
that?
I understand that.
All right. I want to make an observation, sir. I think the city is being very tolerant of you. I think, based on my reading of the police report, I want to commend the police officers who are on duty because they exercise enormous restraint in your case. Enormous restraint. I would suggest that in the future that you watch your tongue, right? You may not find, depending on who you encounter and in what jurisdictions you might be, you may not find such temperate treatment. So I want to congratulate the Providence Police Department on their tolerance in this matter. The city is recommending a fine of $100. I'm going to go along with that, even though I'm reluctantly doing it.
Next, on Caught in Providence.
There was a sign over by the spot I was parked at, and I just read it quickly because I was in a rush, and it said something about parking, and maybe, I admit I didn't read the fine print, but honestly, I didn't know anything about those meters.
There's a whole lot more right around the bend. You are watching Caught in Providence.
Alicia Cruz.
You remember me?
Do I remember you?
2003, I married in
Wait,
your
wait, wait,
house.
wait, wait, wait. Get close to the mic.
I said 2003, I married in your house.
2003, you did what?
I get married in your house. You married me with my husband. David, my friend, and he divorced me.
You're not married anymore?
No,
It didn't work. Oh.
I'm still single.
Well, I hope it's not my fault. I mean, I tried to
No,
do the
no,
best I
no.
could to keep you guys,
You're a great person, beautiful person.
Okay, you're buttering me up before I make a decision, huh?
No, 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 just
It's the truth.
that's true.
That's the truth.
Yes.
You hear that? You have 2 parking tickets.
Yes.
It's going to cost you $60 for the 2 tickets.
Okay,
Okay, and good luck to you.
thanks.
Anna Amalbert.
Good morning.
May help. You have 2 overtime parking tickets. They're both overnight. What do you want to tell me about these?
May I have the street addresses of them, please?
One was on Potters Avenue, one was on Whittier Avenue.
Oh, what was the one on Potters Avenue, sir? When was it dated?
It was at 2:45 on May 11th.
May 11th. Okay, so I had sold the car, and in the meantime, I had let...
When you sold the car, did you leave the plates on the car?
Yes, I did.
Well, that's-
So in the meantime, so basically I was letting the person that was buying the car from me borrow it for some time. The person's actually here. So I was not made aware of the tickets, otherwise I would have resolved them.
All right.
And I would have just paid them and had them, pay me back in increments due to their situation. But from what I was aware, I only found out about one of them.
All right, well, tell that person they owe you $40.
$40, you got it, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Well, it's interesting because some people will say, well, I'm not from Providence, but they're parking in a no parking zone, or they're parking on the wrong side of the street, or they go through a red light and they'll say, well, I'm unfamiliar with the area.
Heidi Marion. Heidi, you have an expired meter on Thayer Street.
Yes. There was a sign over by the spot I was parked at, and I just read it quickly because I was in a rush, and it said something about parking and maybe some hours. There was numbers on there. I admit I didn't read the fine print, but honestly, I didn't know anything about those meters.
All right, next time you're on Thayer Street, beware. They have multi-space meters. You go to 1 meter, you put the money in, a little receipt comes out, you put it on your dashboard. Do
I know that now.
you have multi-space meters in Fall River?
No, I've never seen anything like that in my life. Does it accept quarters, or? Is it just cards only?
It'll take anything.
Okay.
It'll take
Okay,
anything.
I just want to be
Put
good
all
to
your
know.
money. Put all your money in. All right, matter is dismissed.
Thank you.
I think Judge Caprio is too easy on people. He should put his fist down a little bit more, otherwise I love him.
Yeah, I'd like to say the show's all right, but he seems to be a little bit more easier on the ladies. So, I don't know, maybe you should do something about that. See you later. Peace.
I think the judge is doing a great job, and for all those who are calling saying that he's not, if that was you, the tables would be turned. Thank you.
Hi, Judge. This is Nancy, and I just want to say you are so hot looking. I sure hope you're not married, because I would love to marry you.